Howdy guys, so today's going to be a little bit different of a video. It's kind of tech, it's kind of farming related. But anyway, for the last few months, I have been working on a farm ledger for our farm because I see Ambrooks, hopefully I don't get demonetized for saying that, and they're like $100 a month. And I don't want to pay that. And I have some experience with this stuff, so I thought, hey, why don't I try to do something kind of like Ambrooks? So I have been working on a ledger that does everything pretty much. So, sorry guys, I just woke up, so I might be a little stuffy and just everything else. So basically, this is the main page of the ledger. Let me pause again. This is accessible to anybody. I will leave the link in the description and in the comments, or you just can come here and I will give you the sign-in information for it. This resets nightly, so if you guys play with it, input anything, it resets every night. But basically, this is the dashboard. This kind of gives you an overview of everything. And I mean, I'm still working on it, so any ideas for me to add or change or anything would be greatly appreciated because my camera screen is over here. My screen where I'm viewing this screen is over here, so that's why I'm looking over here. Would be very much greatly appreciated. Now, this is something that I will be making open source, which means for people who aren't as tech, I don't mean it to be mean, it's just the only phrase I know, I guess, tech literate. You will be able to install this, set it up, host it on your own computer if you have the know-how for free. I'm going to be releasing this for free. Now, if you want help setting it up or need it to be hosted because I have servers that I can actually host it for you, that would obviously be paid, but not much. I'm kind of thinking on the ballpark of 5 to 10 a month, maybe. Pretty much just covering my electricity bill for running it. So it might even be $250 a month. I don't know. Now the initial setup would take some of my time, so that would be a little bit of a cost. I still, again, not wanting to make it that expensive, but I'll see about that later. So sorry. Let's get that out of the way. So this is the dashboard. I mean, everything here, cash on hand. I haven't set it up for us yet, but I'm working on it so where you could actually link it to your banks. Now, I haven't done that personally yet just because there is a security risk with that. I have tried to make it as secure as possible. I've been working with other people who are in the cybersecurity space to try to make this more secure. This demo page might not be as secure as the actual, like my hosting version of it. But yeah. So, cash on hand. This for right now is manually inputted in here. So, and then this just monitors everything in settings. Okay. Net income. It kind of totals everything up, tallies everything up. This just shows what equipment you have, inventory, that kind of stuff, working capital. This stuff I might kind of take out. It's just for me, for our farm, we're working with so much less in income and cash on hand that I like to see. Inventory value, so you can keep your inventory logs in here as well. Land value, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Cash flow, graph down here. Enterprises, which are like your wheat, corn, soybeans, sorghum. What else? That's it. And then you can see just at a quick glance, your prices. Now this I can set up to be local and pull from your local elevators, actually. So, yeah, I mean, this isn't just, it is also pulling from the Kansas City Kansas City Board of Trade. But I can also, in markets, actually set it up so where it goes from your specific elevators. And then I have, let's go back to the dashboard. So, and then system health, this basically just tells you if backups worked. Again, you can set up backups yourself, or if I host it, I will back it up for it. Now, transactions. This is something that's really easy. You can log all of your purchases and everything that you do in here, or via this new button over here. This will pop up and you can input anything quickly. So like transaction here. Now, for you, once it's done for the demo, and I believe you can actually hear as well, but you can, what am I trying to say? Oh, you can just take a picture of the receipt, transaction, scale ticket, pretty much anything. You can just take a picture. If we go back to new, scan document, you can just take a picture with your phone, whatever. Get done at the scale house, boom. Want to log it, take a picture. And then it uploads to here. It automatically reads it. And then it inputs it into this system. So then it's tracked. And then that ties into kind of everything else. So yeah, super easy. You can edit your transactions, whatnot. You can add transactions here. You can see tagged. You can import a bunch. You can see your that's to add reoccurring ones. I guess I don't actually have a tab to see recurring transactions, so that is something I should add. Yeah, then there's this. So that's transactions, invoices, and bills. Again, when you do new, it will scan it, and it's pretty accurate so far. I've only had to edit one. It will pick up whether it's a bill or already paid or if it's money in. And then that goes to here, like if it's a bill, and then you can say paid, not paid. I put a button here. So I wonder if that should. Yeah, okay. I thought so. It's been a second until I've had time to work on this again, so I kind of forgot a bit. So yeah, you can input anything, and then once it actually gets paid or goes through your bank, then you can mark paid, and then it adds up to everything else here. And then also shows how much you are getting, how much is owed to you, how much you owe, all that. And then contracts, this is, I'm actually kind of blanking. I can't remember if this is the one that's for like grain contracts, commodity contracts, or just, I mean, you have a contract to buy X amount of chemical per year. But there's this. I'm going to, yeah, other people you deal with. Okay, and then I'm going to try to figure out what I did with this one again. Because the other contracts might be in here. Yeah. Okay, so this is your grain contracts. And then this is just X chemicals, whatever. Loans, you can track your loans in through here. So personally, we never go in here because we buy everything cash. At least we try to, just because, I mean, that's just how we prefer to do it, and that we had the opportunity to do that just because there was stuff already built up. So, funding. This I have to try to find all of your local and national funding opportunities, which you can then track. Right now I have an AI that does it. But yeah, I mean, you can input stuff in here. I'm tracking. This is the demo. I'm not actually tracking these. I've now realized. Sorry. So, yeah, these are kind of the ones you can track them and then go to their website. You can see program page. Boom, it pulls it up. It tells you how to do it. Obviously, because it's the program page. But yeah, that's the funding. Just trying to find possibly more monetary avenues for us. So I add that. Budgets. Yeah, it's a budget. You can create a budget here. That's it. Reports. This kind of just gives the report of everything. And then you can export that via CSV, which is Excel. So, yeah. And, I mean, if you want to give it to a financial advisor, tax person, then you can do that through here. You can just have all of your info here. Boom, export it. Operations. So this is kind of where it starts to get to the nitty gritty. We have an application log that you can add, which again, I mean, can do it through here. Field activity. This is where you put all your fields in. This demo is 4,280, and then you just log everything you do. Just because I know for FSA, at least chemical, I'm still learning everything, but I'm pretty sure for FSA, you have to have a log of chemical applications and that stuff. So this is a way you can export this. Yeah. Field maps, I'm still kind of working on this. I might actually completely remove this because I already have one in land management that we'll get to. Field scanning, I'm probably going to remove this as well from the live version because this is, again, something that I'm working on. I have a drone, so I'm trying to kind of use that drone. It's not going too well right now, I'd like to say. It is not going too well. But I'm trying to take a bunch of photos of above our field and find the rocks. And then stitch them together and then have it find the rocks. Kind of like what TerraClear does. But they do it commercially, and I've heard nothing but great things about them. But yeah, I'm just trying to do this for us. My contact is messing with me. So I'll probably remove that. Weather. Again, this is if you have a weather station like ambient weather, I can tie it into here and then show actual weather. But I have noticed that these are somewhat accurate, not that accurate. I mean, it's just radar from here. But it can show you weather. It can send you notifications like there's a severe weather storm. I know you guys probably already have a weather app that does that, so kind of unneeded. But this, you can see all of your weather from here. No drought. That's crazy. Wow. Oh, Kansas. Right. I thought even Kansas was in a drought, but I just pulled info from a available station. So this is for if you have sampling done. You can put your soil samples in here. I will be adding more options because I know we like to track the micros, but I haven't added that. Well, but yeah, there's a soil and fertility page here, and then I mean you can upload your lab recommendations as well, and then it will show that here as well. Compliance, again, this is for your application records. Let's see if it has any of those in it. Nope. Okay, I need to fix that. Labor, this is, I mean, probably not the easiest to log it in here, log times in here, but oh shoot, I'm pretty sure you can. No, that's something I need to add there. Yeah, tasks, just stuff. I mean, this stuff you'll probably use through, like, if you use John Deere Ops Center or Case IH Field Ops. Livestock, don't have any. I don't have any livestock, but it's something that we might look into in the future. So I kind of, sort of implemented it. Grain. This just shows your storage. This is not like the market stuff. The market stuff is in the markets tab down here. So this is like just how much you have stored, how much you're selling, how much you have in contract, that kind of stuff. Bins and storage, you add your bins. You can track how much you have in each bin. Settlements. This is your grain tickets, pretty much. Yeah. Okay, land management. So this is where you keep like your leases. If you're leasing in ground, if you're leasing in ground out, what land it is, what share, what your in cash rent is, that kind of stuff. Land values. This pulls for us UNL land values. Just to, I mean, you can see kind of what your estimated land value is, and then it'll pull your county assessed, that kind of stuff. Tenants, again, track your tenants here, and then you can assign them each field. Rotation planner. Here's this. You can kind of keep track of visual of your rotation planner. Simple. Acreage FSA. Now this is something kind of cool that I really liked doing, because since I have a job and then another job and then farming, I can't, and the farm is 20 miles out, I can't exactly go out all the time to check the field. So this, again, it's just pulling satellite images, and then I just place some squares and circles. That's about it. So this, for you and for me, it actually, these squares line up with your fields. I would just need to have you guys download like your field data, your field boundary data, and then I can import that into here, and then that will create the borders for your fields. But yeah, so basically, obviously the red is where something's growing, and this is not. So, and then you can get a graph of like, okay, it's getting better, blah, 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 blah. This stuff's growing, this stuff's actually dying. Okay, looks like there's some weeds on this field, which is what I use it a lot for. Like, it updates every 5 days, and then automatically updates on here the 6th day. I keep saying, I'm sorry. So, yeah, I'll just come to here on our page and just see, like, why is this fallow field turning a bit red? And then I know I have to go out to look at it. So there's that. And then down here, it kind of shows per field cost versus income. Now I had built in value or income and cost per acre, but that seems to have broken, and I need to fix that again. So that's something that it will be there once I'm close to being done. Or if people want to demo it, cool. They want to try using it now, it will be updated though. So yeah, this just shows per field cost versus income, your projected break even, that kind of stuff. And then crop insurance. This is just where you put what insurance you have for what field. Basic. Equipment, you put in your equipment values here. Not equipment values, but you put in your equipment here. Just what you have. Assets and depreciation, that's obviously going to be your depreciation schedule. And then also you can put in like, okay, this tractor is worth X amount per hour. So then once you come to here and you log a field activity, that counts against the cost in that field. Consumables, simple, diesel, off-road diesel, on-road diesel, chemicals that you have, fertilizer you have, just anything that's consumable and you use. You can add it, fill, use, yeah. Inventory. This is for just, inventory. Stuff that's not necessarily consumable that you would track here because you don't know exactly how much you used. So, like if you just have 5 quarts of oil, maybe that goes here. I don't know. It's up to you what goes here. Enterprises. This is what you're making money on and what is costing money. So like corn, that's something that you're growing, an enterprise. Cattle, that's an example. Whole farm overhead, that's just because then that can count towards like fuel. yeah, I don't know, I'm blanking. That kind of stuff. Markets again. So this is the Kansas City Board of Trade markets. So probably not accurate to your region or your area, but it gives a rough idea. Also, that's crazy for weed. But again, if you go down lower, I can set it up so where, and you can actually add yourself here, the URL. Your local elevators. So then it does actually pull the money or the value from your specific local elevators that you sell. And then it will have graphs of that as well. Also, you can click on these and kind of see more. I mean, it's pulling actively every day, I think 2 or 3 times a day. So you can see, I mean, hey, it's done that and that. Hermes AI, it's just kind of an AI that I have helping, like, what's a break even. This is something that I might not, this is something that I did not include in the demo, but it's still there. Just because it was easy for me to copy from my live version to the demo, erase everything, add demo information. It's hard to remove this than just copy it, you know. Settings, this is kind of where everything is. You can reset it. You can restore backups here. You can see transactions for specific people. You can see your accounts. So just more specific stuff. Your bank account, cash accounts. You can upload also here. You can export your transactions here. Push alerts for iPhone. Can set that up for you guys as well. Again, very rough alpha, beta version. I'd say beta at this point. But yeah, that's kind of the brief overview about it. If you want to access it, to kind of poke around in it, again, will be in the comments, the description. I'm just going to try to make it accessible. The demo ledger, again, you can access whenever, whatever. I'll leave that up. And if you want to know more about it or possibly work with it, or just leave a comment and then I'll message you or I'll respond to that comment, whatever. I'll figure it out. And then again, please, any suggestions at all, leave a comment to tell me. Because again, this is a work in progress. I'm trying to make it work. I'm trying to make it have as much as possible for every farmer so that if a farmer wants to use it, they can. It's a cheap and accessible resource for them. I know bookkeeping is one of the biggest things with farmers that they don't have time with. So I mean, imagine you can just take a picture with your phone of anything. Boom, it's done. And then you can just export it at the tax season, send it off. Done. So just if you have any suggestions at all, please leave a comment. Other than that, I think that'll be it for this video. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye-bye.